Hello everybody, so I'm back yet again to readjusting the deck. I've been doing I did a bit of research after that short, after I uploaded that video of leveling it. And this is the semi-professional way. I'm going to be doing it, but not extremely professionally. So, what you're supposed to do, according to a video I watched, he actually looked at the manual, and it's supposed to be 14 psi on the front and 10 psi on the back. Have the deck at 2.5, and then you're supposed to have the deck or the blade actually going just from front to back. It's pretty much straight from back. Now, I know it looks level, but here's the horrifying truth. Hold on. After removing this socket, which was holding up the deck, you guys can see, now you guys can see that piece is level. And I didn't actually measure these PSI. They look good to me. I'm just trying to get this done because I don't really have any professional tools. But that's pretty much level right there. Oh, now I look at it. She looks worse on camera. But yeah, that is level. I can guarantee you. Here, actually, if I have it level with the camera level with the deck, it actually looks pretty straight. And I was saying how that piece is, well, it's actually not loose or anything as I thought it was. It's just that over time, there's a bolt. Yes, I have a bunch of stuff underneath the seat. By the way, I had to take the lining off because well, I didn't have to take it off. It pretty much fell off. So yeah, I pretty much got a loose seat now. But after that, yes, I do have a bunch of stuff under here. I have to remove it all. This is the planned underglow. By the way, it's about 40 inches for trimmable lights for a TV. And then I've got tow rope because I've been having a tow, and WD-40 because, you know, stuff has been happening. And I got the hitch, my old big wrench I use for the hitch. I got it set there, but actually, if we look in here, I'm actually gonna set this down and organize this a bit. Well, okay, so after not so much organizing, but I gotta look back at the video or something to look which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's this one. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. This is a cam. And this cam takes that little sway bar and pretty much takes it from this. Actually tightens it so the minimum goes from this to this. Almost. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And then you'll have a perfectly level deck. Now, another thing I learned. You see this? How it says, so you see if we go to 2.5 here. That's for 2.5 inches. So if that's at 2.5, you go under and measure from the blade to the ground. And since that's 2.5, both front and back should measure 2.5 inches from the blade to the ground. If it does both front and back, while that level is at 2.5, you got a level deck. So supposedly that's how it's done. I had no clue there's a cam in here controlling that, because if you look on the other side, which clearly I'm going to show you now, if you just by looking under here, you can't clearly see any sort of cam or specific rod going over here. So it's hidden somewhere. It's pretty dang good, or in plain sight, which most of the things on here are. Only thing I can see are the linkages for the deck, so the engagement, pretty much. Then you got the brake pedal and clutch pedal linkages. I'm not seeing any cam. Oh no, I think I found it. Nope, never mind. I didn't find it. Nope, that's for the clutch. I'm trying to see. No, that one is for the. That one's for the brake. That one is for engaging the. I think I found it. Hold on. There's one. If you look, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it's. Oh. There, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a bar connected to like some special linkage or something. I think that's it. I'm not sure, but pretty much do that and you should have a level deck. Obviously I can't really do it on camera because, you know, I'll have to do this all over again because I've got no clue how to take two videos and combine them together. So if I film this and then record another part, I'm going to have no clue on how to take this first part and that second part and combine them together. So I try and do all my videos as one, just pressing the pause button on the recording for when I need to pause it. And yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to use super glue to reattach these parts to where they should be. My brother, a lot of people call him the nitwit, he was jumping on this thing, and I've been dealing with this for a while now. But yeah, he decided to jump on here like it's a trampoline or something, and well, if you look over there too, he broke both of them. Now, this piece right here, connecting to the gas tank piece there, was already broke. And these mounts were already broke when I got it. That mount is actually still hanging on. And someone came up with a funny pun, saying, wonder how this thing is, you know, it's such an old mount and yet still holds. And so as I'm passing down the street and I'm talking to myself saying that, and someone who was just walking down the sidewalk next to me, yeah, no clue where they were going, but they said, huh, old as Ronald McDonald but still holds like a king, eh? I was like, I guess so. I mean, it's not old as Ronald McDonald because this thing is 1990s, and what, Ronald McDonald's what 1960s when McDonald's started. But yeah, you can kind of get it, old as Ronald McDonald but strong as a king. Kind of taking the two rivalries because, you know, I've been watching that show. And yeah, it's a lot more eerie than you think. Yeah, that is how you level this. Also, I gotta get a chute for it. That's gonna cost a lot, I can bet you. Like, I need the whole gist of it here. All the bolts, the spring, the main mount, everything. The only thing I have here are the two bolts here and the main mount. I don't have the spring or folder or the chute itself. I'm sure all that comes out to 11 parts. Taking all of those is, I think, a total of 14, which is quite insane. So about 11 parts, which is quite a lot. And a lot of those parts are really old. It's like, but they're still, well, I think they still make the RX75, I think. Either that was discontinued a while ago. But some of the parts are saying that they're not entirely fully available. But I'm going to try my best to get what I can. Obviously, I talked to ICE at least like half a year ago on the chute. They said they didn't have it in stock, but they could order it. So I'm hoping, even though it's half a year later, I'm hoping they can still order it. But yeah, 14 parts just for the chute connecting to that little bracket there. And that little bracket there does conclude as a part. It looks like it's part of the deck, but it's just painted. Yeah. Awesome. This is not going to be fun. Also, the brakes no longer provide any resistance. Like, even when I'm holding down this clutch, or pushing this down, remember there's supposed to be some resistance? Look. Yeah. There's nothing left of that brake, so yeah, I gotta get parts for that too. All this is gonna cost a small fortune, so honestly, won't be easy, but we got a lot we're going through, so we're trying to restore this thing. At least we're most of the way there. When I say that and I get backstabbed. Yay. Hopefully I can get this thing leveled.